Hello world, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm upgrading my kayak battery. Yes, it's a kayak battery for an electric motor for a kayak. Well, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers. I've got two electric motors that fit onto two kayaks. They're both about 28 pounds thrust, so the smallest you can get. One is a Marine Tech electric outboard, and the other one is a Minn Kota outboard motor. I think one of them isn't suitable for salt water, the other one is. But I haven't taken it in salt water, only in fresh water. So I'll show you what I've got now and what I'm upgrading it to. Yeah, at the moment I've got this one, which is a 45 amp hour Amtech battery and a battery box, just a standard battery box. I've had this set up for about 5 years. And yeah, and every time I put the battery goes in there, I've got to unstrap it, take the lid off, connect it, put the top on. Now, I think I got this before COVID, so it's got to be 6 years old. And I got two of these. And generally I can go put it on the kayak and go virtually flat out and go up the river half an hour and turn around and come back. And it's half discharged, so, but heavy. Now this here weighs just over 13 kilos, and the battery box would weigh, I don't know, a couple 100 grams. Yeah, and 13, say 13 and a half kilos in a kayak is a lot of extra weight. Plus, as I said, they're got to be 5 or 6 years old. They must be getting to the end of their life. Yeah, they're starting to not swell out, but they could be. You can feel a bubble just there. But then I don't think they're swelling out. But yeah, anyway, that's what I've got now. And you might ask why I need a battery. So I just like to go up the river, and when I don't want to paddle, and go as far as I can and then turn around and come back. Just gets me on the water in a kayak. Also, when you're fishing, you can have the electric motor running and it keeps you in a direction you want to be. When you're pulling in a rod with a fish on it, you're actually pulling the kayak around pretty quickly. So it's a lot easier to fish when you've got an electric motor. I guarantee it. So today I went and upgraded it. I went and bought a 65 amp lithium battery. They're $100 off today for that. $169. And I got a battery box, a compact battery box suitable for that. I didn't want to go for the big one. I was toying with the idea of putting the big one in and then putting inverters and everything in it. I don't need it. I just need it to be able to pick up and take somewhere and plug something in and use it. Solar panel can still be plugged into this and charged up. It's got an on-off switch, and I can charge it up without taking the lid off. Like that one there, I'd have to take the lid off to charge up the battery. So this one I don't. And also it came with a rechargeable torch, a mini LED torch. So it was $63 for these two. and that was 169. So I am going to open them up and put them in. I got to get this charge as well, so I'll put it all up, set it up, then I can charge it. Now this one here weighs 6.2 kilos. It's less than half the weight of that. So 6.2 kilos. The battery box is probably going to weigh a little bit more, but still it's got to be no more than half a kilo, I suppose, maybe, say a kilo. So even then it's still going to be half of what I've got. So it's going to be a lot lighter, easy to carry for my age, as I'm getting nearly 70. So it's going to be a lot easier for me to operate like this. And when I do go up to the Tinaroo Dam or somewhere like that for fishing, putting the red claw pots in, I can paddle and use the electric motor. I can choose what I want to do. And at least now it's going to give me double or more of the time. So that one there I would have used, I don't know, probably about 30 amps out of that when I'm going up the river for half an hour and back, whereas this is 65, so I should be able to get double the distance out of it. So I should be able to go for 2 hours, an hour out, an hour back. But I said I can always paddle. Yeah, so with the battery you get the regular information sheet and the warranty, of course, which gives you 36 months of warranty. 36 months is important. The screws are on top for the battery, a bit of silica gel, and then the battery itself. Now the good thing about this one is it's got a strap on it, where the AGM I had didn't, hard to get out. That's it there. I can lift this up one finger. Look, that's how light it is. Certainly can't do that with the AGM. I'll put this away for a moment. Over there. So yeah. So the watt hours is 832 watt hours. Now, if I went to and got a Bluetti or something like that, paid $1,000, I can get the similar watt hours. Now you might say it's got inverter in there. Yeah, sure it does. But most of them don't have a DC-DC charger. I don't think I can recall seeing a DC-DC charger. And also, you can probably buy the bigger, buy a bat block for 320, I think it is on today. Put 120 amp hour AGM in there, and it always comes with all that. All you have to do is put an inverter on the top of it, and that's it, for 150 bucks for an inverter. And then you got the whole setup done for probably around 600 bucks compared to 1,300. But at the moment, this is what I'm doing. Regular things on it. The weight, as I said, is 6.2 kilos. The dimensions are designed to fit in that. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put it in there. That's it. Now this one here, it's all pre-wired with through fuses and everything. Comes with 2 quick connect plugs, a cigarette socket, 2 USB-A outlets, circuit breaker with the reset, and an ultra strong tie down strap. And the external size is 340 by 245 by 280, and the maximum battery size is 260 by 180 by 200, and it fits up to a 65 amp hour battery. It's got a voltmeter on the top. It weighs 1.35 kg. So 1.35 kg, nothing else in the box. Yeah, so got 2 Anderson plugs. They can be ins or outs. You've got a circuit breaker, resettable circuit breaker. That you have in here, you have 2 USB-As and a cigarette outlet there. A 12-volt socket. Then you got here, you can attach things to that, and that's where I'm going to charge it from. These 2 terminals. You have a voltmeter in the top there. And you have an on-off isolation switch. So it's all built into a compact battery box. As I said today, I think it was $59, and for $3 extra I got a torch. So $4 extra, which is adjustable focus, high, medium and low outputs, IPX4 rated, compact, bright, up to 508 lumens. I always do a new torch. I always have torches everywhere when I go camping. So under here it's all pre-wired. Now I do advise people to check everything. It's been transported, vibrations, don't care what anybody says, you need to check the connections. Make everything tight. There's warning labels when you buy electrical stuff. I do. Like when you buy fan controls, it says check the connections that are already in there. So I always advise that. So yeah. Take that off there. In here you have places for the oh, that's a tie down on the, you screw it down, you can screw it down and tie the battery block down. I'm not doing that. That's the strap, and this is the user manual here, which tells you everything. Okay, so it's just a standard user manual. But yeah, that's generally where it goes, somewhere like that. But I might get some of that foam and put it in there beside it, because eventually I want to be able to put in probably a battery monitor over one side. That's the only addition I'm going to consider to this, is a battery monitor. And I'll wait for them to come. I can get them on the line for about $60. If King's dropped theirs down to 60, I'll probably go and get one. But comes with a shunt and all that. But that's the only addition I'll do to this. I'll mount it through the side here somewhere. Yeah, I didn't take the top completely off this to check it. All I've done is I've gone through, tighten up these nuts. They were okay. They're fine. and all these terminals are on fine, and there's the fuse in here. So that's all I wanted to do, is just check to make sure they're tight. I just wanted to lift it up and have a look, so that was the easiest way without taking it completely off. So now I'm going to connect the battery up. I have done a battery box connection in the past, but it was one of my very first videos, and I had my back to it. So, and people complain I've had my back to it. Well, I'm sorry, but that was when I first started doing videos. But at the moment, this is the way I was taught to do. You put the bolt, the spring washer, and a flat washer. Doesn't really matter, but that's the way you get the best connection between a flat washer, the electrical cable, and the service of the battery tension. So it's going to go over here like this. I'm just going to go down to there, get a screw. Okay. Always connect red to red and black to black. The terminals on the battery are marked. The wires are coloured, so you can't go wrong. Okay, now you can see down there, beside the battery I put a bit of foam. The foam that the battery box was packed in, I cut it up, and I put the foam around it, just so it doesn't slide. At the moment, that's where I want it, but in the future it may not stay there. So that goes on top. And then you get the strap. We put the strap through there. Up through there. And through there. Okay, just tuck that down there. So that's it. It's not charged, but I'll turn it on. It'll have some charge in it. On. Okay, now to the gauge to come on, you have to push the button, of course. Just take this over here and show you. Yeah, to get that meter to come on, you just push this button. That tells you there what voltage you got, but that doesn't mean much with the lithium because it'll stay the same voltage till it dies. But yeah, you push that button to get it. This is the reset if it overloads. Yeah, I don't like these straps much. I might put one like I normally have. I got a lot of them around like this, so I'll probably put one of those on top. But yeah, that's the battery box. So that means when I go in the kayak, I can either put an Anderson plug onto here, which I may do, or I can put the terminals onto here, which is probably a better option, and then run it from there. And that's where I'm going to charge it from, these two terminals. I'll turn it off, and that's it. So I'm going to charge it up now, and it's going to be ready for me to go put the electric motor on, not this weekend, but yeah, I'm getting ready for when I do. I'm heading up to the Tinru Dam, I hope, next year, and I'll take the motor up with me then. But I'll give it a try out in the river here a few times, make sure it's all going to work. So yeah, just pick it up like that and take it with you. Nice compact box. Also, this torch here, I'll just open up because it come with it. It'll have to be charged as well. Yeah, so it's flat. So I need to charge it up. I'll just go over the features of this again. 2 inputs or outputs, so you can put a solar panel in one, charge up your battery, and you can have a fridge or something running off the other, whatever you want. This will be good for a weekend away with, say, a 30-litre fridge or something like that. It'd probably run your 30-litre fridge for a couple of days. In here you have your 2 USBs and a 12-volt outlet. You have your 2 quick connect connections there. You have your isolation switch on and off. And around here you have your overload, and you push that to get your voltmeter to come on. So a good little compact unit. As I say, what you pay for it is around figures $60 plus 169, so say 170, $230. $230. You've got a system where you can run a small fridge for a weekend, where you go camping, pick up and take with you. The only thing I said is missing is probably a battery monitor, because lithium batteries just have the same voltage until they die, and I am going to probably mount one somewhere, wherever there's room. I know people mount them on top here, but I'm not sure where I'm going to mount it. Yeah. So I'll probably put something up here, a battery monitor, but that's no rush to do that. I'll do it in, when I get the right price. I'll probably buy a Renogy one online or something like that. There's $60. I've had good things out of their energy ones. And I can mount it in the top here. That's where I'd probably mount it. Or a King's one there, depends. Well, I hope you liked this video about the King's compact battery box. There is a larger version. I didn't want the larger version because it only had a 65 amp hour battery, which is equivalent to 835 watt hours or something, 32 watt hours. So, and that's it there, very compact, small, you know, and I want to be able to take it in a kayak or pick it up and take it and run a fridge off it or something, things like that. Well, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers.